one of my favorites. Please say hello to Kaiser Lieb.
There is an election for the mayor of New York, and everybody like super cares about it, which seems exhausting. Also, why does nobody care who the mayor of Townsend, Montana is? Like, we have way more problems out here than they have. There are a few subways in Townsend. Voting is really great because you're 18 years old, and like 2 years ago you were failing geometry, and now you get to decide who the president is. And also the mayor of Townsend. And if you don't know who the mayoral candidates are, that's okay. Because you just pick the one that has the same letter after their name as the one that you think should be president. And now your opinions on foreign policy and how many Mexicans should be allowed to wash dishes here dictate how many garbage trucks the city of Townsend needs to buy. Women look at me and they're like, I bet he really likes Star Wars. But the joke's on them because Star Trek is way better. Luke Skywalker is the only hero of any franchise whose whole thing is to be the sidekick of all the other characters in the franchise. Like, he starts out and he's Uncle Owen's sidekick, and they farm for water in the desert, and he's mad about that. And then he is Obi-Wan's sidekick, and then he's sad because he has to leave Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, who got turned into bacon. And then he's Han Solo's sidekick. And by the time he finally gets a sidekick, it is a small blue vacuum cleaner with a variety of USB attachments. And they immediately go visit a senile frog with a speech impediment so that he can be his sidekick again. Luke Skywalker is a space redneck. Right? Like, he and his family live way the hell out of town. And the very first thing that they do is purchase some sentient beings to help out on the farm. And then later, the sentient beings are not allowed to go into the bar with them. His favorite thing to do is shoot rats out of a moving vehicle. He and his friends hang out at the gas station. And he's got a giant laser sword that he built himself, which is the only thing that is more redneck than buying it at the gas station. Luke once passionately kissed his sister on the mouth. People say that The Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars. And that's just because that is a list of awful things happening to Luke Skywalker. Like, the very first thing in the movie is his dad blows up his snow fort. He got beat up by the abominable snowman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He hallucinates the ghosts of the redneck Obi-Wan. And then a 900-year-old miniature Shrek makes him do a bunch of push-ups and yoga. And then his best friend gets spray painted into a concrete brick, and he cuts his hands off playing swords with his daddy. That's the best Star Wars. Babies are stupid, huh? Babies are just tiny immigrants from the future. And sure, right now they just want like free healthcare. But you know later on they're going to be stealing jobs from hardworking millennials. They come here and they don't even speak the language. We should build a really tiny wall. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Kaiser Lieb, and clap loudly for me.
That's Kaiser Lieb.